Let's build some plank variations. These involve intra-abdominal breathing and bracing. So as opposed to a decompression breath where we're breathing up and into the thoracic, we're going to put our focus down into the lower abdominal. Great drills to start to find this is going to be tracing off the side of the pelvis. I find my hip bone. I walk down to my lower abdominal just above my groin. Breathing in my nose, I'm going to think about pushing my breath down and expansively to push the fingers out. So watch the first one and then fall in with me on practice. Here we go. Let the breath go. Feel them push out. I'm looking to feel that abdominal muscle push out with the inhalation. Take your time. It's a skill that you'll want to practice and get really good at. We'll come back to it. Now we're going to go to the sides, the obliques here. My thumbs are pushing into my low back. I'm wrapping around on the obliques. If we're a little bit big around the waist, we can always take the hands, push in. The goal again is to use the breath to push the hands out. It looks like this. I can hook my thumbs, the sides. I want to feel my thumbs on the back side of my body and my fingers all push out. Let's build it together now. Lowest abdominal, back and sides. Watch me first. I just let the breath go so we can practice it again. Lowest abdominal, short in the nose. We're just doing reps now. Feel, hold, back and sides. Let it go. This is something to practice. You want to learn to inflate that 360 abdominal and be able to maintain it through various movements, controlling your exhale and keeping an active abdominal. Learning to support the low spine. So now we'll take this into first a tall plank position, but there's a couple details I want to hit on. When we're going in this position, this is what it looks like. My hands are under my shoulders. My fingertips are turned out ever so slightly. It's really important. I'm thinking my thumbs are in line really with my nipples. Okay? What that means is I want to be right about here. I don't want my hands way out in front of me. So I'm in line, thumbs with my nipples, hands turned ever so slightly, externally rotated. So fingertips rotate away. So I line up, hands turn out ever so slightly, and I grip into the ground. My right leg goes back, my left leg goes back. I pull my nose and throat away from the floor, so I'm actively in this position, and I push my heels away. Now that breath goes into the lower abdominal. I can focus, I can put the breath in, grab the ground, twist the hands, push through the heels and hold. If that's easy, we can grab the ground, push through the heels, and contract the abdominal, which means I lock the abdominal down. I let a little bit of air out, I cut it off, and I feel an abdominal contraction. Would look like this. It's very subtle. I grab the ground, I go into position, I pull my nose and throat, I put my breath in, and I think about now tensing my abdominal, twisting the hands away, pushing through the heels, pulling through the nose and throat, shrugging my shoulders down, and maintaining this position. I've got a subtle tremble already. I'm working on what's called irradiation of tension, starting from this abdominal out. And like all of our foundation training, we're connecting the dots of the body. I want it all communicating. If you're feeling strong there, you're feeling good, You don't necessarily have to lock the abdominal down. You can put the breath in and go into shoulder touches. Again, the goal is that we don't rock all over the place. This is what it looks like. I grab the ground, pull my nose and throat away, put the breath into the abdominal, left leg, right leg. I'm holding the ground now. Breath in, I touch my shoulder, back down. Breath in, I grab the ground and rotate, push through the heels, touch the shoulder, back down. Pull the nose and throat, put the breath in, rotate the hands, push through the heels, touch, touch. There's a lot of little moving parts. You want to take your time and get really good at them. This video is meant to be a tutorial. You're not going to see a lot of this. This is outside traditional foundation training. This is an intra-abdominal breath stability drill that I brought in after going through Dr. Stuart McGill's book. Fantastic work. You can dive into any of his work to learn more about it. It's also the principles of kettlebells. We want to be able to create central stability when we're going through a kettlebell practice or any strength practice for that matter. Now we're going to bring this breath into the side plank. So, a couple details. We're only going to go through one round. Those of you that are wanting to get good at this, keep going through this video. Find the details in your body. What it looks like. I go to my side. I'm thinking shoulder and elbow are in line, but I'm not letting my hand be on this angle to my side. I want it ever so slightly angled. My hand comes up onto my waist, and I'm going to use that breath into the abdominal. I put the breath in. I just hold. I pull my elbow to my hips, and I bring the hips up. I've got tension, activation. Breath in. I'm raking the elbow. I'm not sinking into it. I'm not looking to feel anything in here. It's active elbow. Pulling, I've got the lats engaged, active abdominal, breath inflating. But even as I exhale, I'm not losing this cylinder. And I can come down. Can do the other side. You can choose to stay in the half on the knees, or we can extend all the way through. If you extend and you lose the lat connection, go back and keep working on being able to maintain that. As you put the breath in, you can maintain the active abdominal. So we're on our side, breath goes in, I rake the elbow, I push through the heels and bring the hips up, I lengthen through the neck, and I hold. And I bring the hips down. These drills we hammered through the quarantine series. If you want more reps with them, more time, more practice, I encourage you to go and start the quarantine series. There was lots of these drills throughout that period of time. Practice them, get really good at them. Remember, these are outside of a traditional foundation training practice. That means you can utilize them if they resonate with your body. If they don't, throw them to the wayside and stick to Dr. Goodman's principles. Feel well, have an awesome morning.